So I'm not going to lie. I think they I didn't see the same fire in their eyes. They weren't all there. They seemed afraid of Stay Green, to be honest. And coming to this event, I see a whole new revitalized ex-Trademark Esports at this point. So I'm looking forward to it. I honestly feel like it's not just empty words when I say they are going to step it up compared to what we last saw.
Man, you know, obviously the first series that we kicked off with yesterday, that of course was the Stay Green taking out Lion Esports Club 3-0, showing it once again how dominant they truly are. Looking really good, and no doubt a little bit of a confidence booster coming into today. But after that series, of course, we have the ex-Trademark versus Complexity. I know it was late for a lot of the European crowd. If you did not check out that series, ladies and gentlemen, it is already on VOD on HoNcast.com. You need to check it out after everything is done today, even if you know the results, of course. It was an amazing 5-game series, so definitely go and check that out on HoNcast.com when it comes down to it. But anyways, you know, then, of course, we just had the third-place match, which you got the chance to cast with Beef, of course, and that was obviously a lot of fun. And, I had a lot of fun watching it off on the sideline. I know the chat was definitely enjoying it as well. An epic 3-game series there, so you got to hope that the trend will continue. And honestly, I agree with you 100%. That the ex-Trademark Esports, the GSL, the vibe just wasn't there for them. Yeah. It is different here at the HoN Tour Grand Finals.
I told Fitzky this morning, I'm like, what's up? This is the first time I've seen you, truly looking alive, even from the past 2 events. I mean, I can tell there's definitely fire in their eyes. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can bust out here. I know both teams have really thoroughly researched one another, and wouldn't be too surprised if I see some crazy strategies being run. We saw that with the filler locks yesterday. We saw Stay Green even running something like a support Emerald Warden. I don't think it's their premier support hero of choice, but definitely showing that they can mix up their game. Not even running a jungler in that situation. There's just a lot, expect the unexpected, honestly. I will say, Kyle especially, aka Swiddlemone's, of course, the captain for Stay Green. You know, this guy, he watches these matches in depth. He'll watch these matches. We even had him on for an interview yesterday, kind of in between the games of the other series, and he was giving his analysis and everything. He really does watch these matches very, very closely, both for, obviously, his team's sake to see how they play the games, but also how they draft, of course. So definitely doing the research, making sure his team is as prepared as possible when it comes down to it. So you definitely got to respect that, but ex-Trademark Esports, I think it's safe to say, the same situation. My nuts, you were just talking about that, the great captain of ex-tdM. He himself seems a lot more confident, a lot more vibe going around. So again, happier, man, right?
Exactly.
Good vibes going around this entire event.
It's
Everyone's
Las Vegas,
having a blast, right?
It's Las Vegas, Nevada.
So I expected great things. Great things have been delivered. Just more exciting than anything to watch this final matchup as just a fan of the game.
Oh, man.
Following, I actually participated in the HoN Tour Season 1 at the beginning of it as well. To see everything culminate to this final point right here.
You're lucky, man. I wanted to play in HoN Tour, damn it. I never got
I am lucky,
and
then even the timing of even the timing of me joining HoNcast here. Got to go to Thailand to cast with you, Breaky. Got to come here to Vegas. It's a lot of big things planned for the future. I'm loving it.
We're having some fun. That's indeed true. And obviously today it seems like things have been going very smooth. With that said, knocking on wood, we got this big wooden table here, so I'll just make sure to do that. But we got a great best of the 3 series. Went all 3 games. Of course, if you are just tuning in, Complexity did defeat Lion Esports Club 2-1, and that means, of course, Lion Esports Club finishing 4th place overall. They go home with $4,000, and also obviously this whole trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, get that VIP treatment. You guys have been seeing videos these last couple of days and pictures and whatnot. They've definitely been having a lot of fun, and deservingly so. So that's definitely been really cool to participate in. Complexity, of course, getting $8,000. That means there's $48,000 still on the line here.
I know.
Wow.
Well, and Stay Green's looking to take it. They are going into this matchup as the favorites. The other thing we were talking about before, too, is that the storyline between Stay Green and Trademark Esports is that each of those 2 teams taking 4 HoN Tour cycles each, dead even, and going into this grand final matchup. Lions they were 4th seed going into it. They placed 4th. Complexity, they were 3rd seed. They placed 3rd. Trademark versus Stay Green, though, it was a very, very close discrepancy between 1st and 2nd seed. Trademark almost taking that spot in the end, but not pulling through. And this really does settle the score.
Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up. Obviously, both of these teams winning winning four cycles of the 8 cycles. So both 4-4. Obviously, the only 2 teams to win a cycle when it came to HoN Tour. But again, Stay Green, the three of the last cycles did go in their favor. So the momentum later part of the cycles again in their favor. But I'm actually double checking. I wanted to pull up the team stats right here of these teams as far as going at it. Yeah, exactly. I just pulled this up real quickly. Here we go. I think this is it to kind of get an idea of what their team records are looking like against one another. So here we go. Well, look at that. As far as HoN Tour is concerned, they are 8-8 in individual games.
Holy cow.
But Trademark is actually up 4-2 in the series, believe it or not, when it comes to HoN Tour. So when they get matched up in HoN Tour, Trademark has a series advantage, actually, against Stay Green. So.
Well, yeah, a lot of that was due to the dominance of Trademark during the early part of the cycles, and they faltered a bit, getting knocked out by other teams later on. Still, the fact that it's 8-8 in games is awesome.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That is pretty cool. Again, it's an even matchup, and we know what else was an even matchup that we knew it was going to be great was that Complexity ex-tdM series yesterday, man. We could just as easily be saying Complexity versus Stay Green today. I mean, that was an intense series. It was cool to see Complexity, though, still having high spirits after their victory today, at least.
Right. I mean, they didn't seem beaten down. I talked to Haxer a bit. He said, congratulations, man. He's like, thank you. 3rd or 4th place. We try hard. We were going to win every game, but, we really did want that first. They are competitors in the end. They are a little bit, deep down, I'm sure they're sad a bit, but still – overall having a good time.
Well, again, you're in Las Vegas. Moon, I got the chance to sit down with Moon and, talk to him about how he's just liking the tournament in general. And he's like, I'm gambling, making some money. Sure. It's a good time overall. Sure,
I've had luck myself.
Exactly. Yeah, you have,
I don't even know what's going on. I'm blessed by Cthulhu-Fon. There was one other point I was going to make.
Cut you off.
No. I'll find it back here. It always happens. I have a hole in my brain.
Well, we got most likely 5 games coming up. I really wouldn't be surprised. So there's plenty of time, Cyrus. Yesterday's 5-game series ran a total of about 6 hours, I believe it was. So
that's nothing.
If things goes the distance,
let's go 8 hours.
We're gonna
beat it.
Let's go 8 hours. An hour and a half game each game. Let's do that. No, that's. For the players' sake, let's not do that. But anyways, we do have game number 1. It looks like it has officially begun, Emperor. So let's jump into it. The Grand Finals championship match here for HoN Tour is upon us. We got Stay Green taking on ex-tdM here. Of course, Stay Green on the Legion side, ex-tdM on the Hellborn side. Again, straight up best of 5. There's no fancy, this team has a 1-0 advantage. It wasn't double elimination. This is just straight up. No advantages for either side. So,
ooh,
yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Well, let's get into the blind bands here then, eh?
Yeah.
Moon Queen Artillery.
Who would have expected it? We could have said it together before.
No. Yeah, exactly. That might change up. Probably not, though. Wild Soul, Keeper of the Forest. So, yeah, not going to see the Keeper Tempest matchup. Ophelia, more likely than not, going to be drafted by Stay Green. My eyes are on, I've been saying in the past series, this War Beast pickup. If they pick up Ophelia first out of this lock pool, if teams are going for that double jungle, they can lock another powerhouse hero. They're not forced to draft double jungle out of the lock pool like that if they're able to take War Beast out of the normal picking pool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they want to limit their options, though, and not populate the lock pool with 2 potential suicide junglers. We'll have to see. Yeah,
we will indeed. Obviously, the locking phase picking up right here. You got the Pebbles rally coming out from Swinnamelon, so... Again, not too much of a surprise coming out there necessarily. But the other thing, we were definitely talking about this yesterday when it came to ex-tdM Esports, how that GSL event, they did run that behemoth strategy. And it seemed like it worked out fairly well, obviously, in the losing effort. But clearly they do have ideas in mind at least. But there's only so much, practicing you can do before it really matters in the real environment, of course, when it comes to tournament play. So,
okay. So let's take a look at the locks again here. I thought it was really interesting to see how Minut's locked Master of Arms there, Breaky, and then Swindlemelon's locked Rally in response. What that does, too, both those heroes being in the lock pool and they're definitely grabbing at least Ophelia and Tempest out of this pool.
Yeah.
They make sure that no one gets that Master of Arms Rally combination.
Yeah, very true.
So
very true.
Yeah, a lot of dynamics to drafting in general.
Yeah. It's definitely a mind game. I mean, obviously these are 2 of the most experienced lockpick drafters in the game right now, Swinnamelon versus Minuts, and so they definitely know what they're doing, it's safe to say, when it comes down to it as far as the draft pool goes. Jeraziah into the Parasite as far as the banning phase picking up here now. You see the fade in response. Of course, the thing about Stay Green, we always talk about that family environment, not only with the team house, but just the whole Friedman family and their support of both, of course, Kyle and Zach, a.k.a. Z-Freak and Swinamelons.
Well, not just the Friedman family, too. The entirety of everyone on Stay Green, apparently their uncles, their aunts, their parents, they all watch the games. Everyone's like there supporting them. Yeah. It's awesome.
It is awesome to hear that and, understand that. Again, it's, getting behind these young guys that are pursuing a career in esports, and they most certainly are, and they are, of course, successful at it. So I was going to say, though, Papa Freak is definitely here. He's kind of representing as the manager here at the Las Vegas HoN Tour Final. So anyways, the banning phase just about wrapping up here. In fact, there we go. So Torturer, Pharaoh, and Engineer to finish things off here when it comes down to it. So the first pick, looking at the board real quickly, let's see if we can maybe guess. Nothing really standing out.
Engineer's
not Deadwood.
Available. Deadwood is completely on the board. Besides that, Nymphora is on the board. They've been known to play that. Pyromancer could be grabbing it a little bit later on here, but Deadwood is such a priority pick at this point. And Stay Green's signature hero, I would say.
Yeah, it's Swinamelon specifically plays a very, very good Deadwood, so not surprised to see that there at all coming out for Stay Green. Over here for X-Trademark, now going to be their response chance, and, well, there's the Bubbles pickup, at least, initially coming out here.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting to see potentially a Pyromancer or an Aluna this game for sure. Ooh. Going with the really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, I was talking to Trademark yesterday, and they made it sound like they had no intention of actually picking Empath against Stay Green.
Well, they knew you would talk, apparently, so they just want to give away strategies.
No. Maybe they actually went back to the drawing board. I mean, I know Fitzky loves it.
He loves the hero, man.
I personally, after the games, I was like, dude, I love Empath. I was so excited that you guys used it. I think Fitzky plays pretty much the Empath in HoN. The best Empath in HoN, I should say. And I am pumped to see this picked.
Yeah, I was going to say, more importantly than he likes to play it, he is arguably the best Empath player out there. I mean, he knows what he's doing when it comes to that hero. Obviously, we got to see yesterday against Complexity, that great game number 5, the Mage Bane versus Dark Lady. Again, I don't want to spoil too much as far as how it played out because I know a lot of the European crowd may not have been able to stay up to watch that. It is on VOD, though. As I said earlier, I recommend checking that out after this. The whole series, for that matter, it was an intense and an awesome series. But, yeah, he played it very well, to say the least. A lot of fun to watch that. So
and he talked about in his interview, he just feels like it's the hero that provides so much utility thanks to the many applications of that wall spell.
What?
Yes!
Woo! Whoa!
Love to see the scout pick, man.
Something just happened there.
I'm not even surprised by it is the thing, though, because I got to actually see it. I got to cast those games where they actually picked it up twice. I think it was against Lions Esports Club in the losers bracket of Cycle 8, and they played it so
Suicide Scout, right?
well. Yeah. Gets full experience thanks to the invis, can apply a lot of pressure to the jungle. There's the warding potential, blocking the creep spawns with the electric eye.
Those electric guys are underrated in my
tons
opinion.
Of versatility in the hero. It's another hero that, people in the community on the forums are like, hey guys, I think Suicide Scout could be usable. What do you guys think? And everyone's like, no,
you're an idiot.
No. So you know what? I do think it's great when people step up and try to offer alternative strategies. Like
Whoa! Another interesting pick.
God.
Pollywog Priest is
this
real life? Is No-Tail secretly playing over here for X-Trademark? No, Pollywog Priest coming out.
We're
having some fun here,
man.
What
is happening?
Ophelia, the first pick. Tempest, Master of Arms, the response. Let's see what Stay Green goes with the final overall pick. I'm sure it's between that Rally or Pebbles, just determining which one they want better. Wow, we have an intense game ahead of us. I was going to say, though, about the scout. I've heard about this in theory. I've heard about how this works, and as you mentioned, you got the chance to cast it. I unfortunately wasn't around for that, but I heard about it. I did watch a little bit of it. I'm excited to see this now firsthand for myself here in game number 1 of this best of the 5 here.
Yeah, here's the thing about him. You don't need to go Runed Axe, and also what it provides for the team is a late-game physical DPS target. If they need to buy room for that scout to farm up, he does provide an extremely powerful carry force as the game progresses. Screw that, though. We're seeing Pollywog Priest.
That too,
I mean, I guess it's a little bit more surprising because I did get to see the scout and play a couple times. I know Stay Green is very potent with it. Pollywog Priest is a hero I haven't seen in these high-tier competitive games in seemingly forever. And I was talking with players throughout the entire event. They feel like after his Electric Jolt got nerfed down that he wasn't really too usable. Clearly, MyNuts has a plan in mind, and I cannot wait to see it in action.
Emperor, there's $48,000 on the line
I know,
here.
that's the thing, and we're seeing the Scout and the Pollywog both teams
hyped,
are coming
man.
hard. This is like the strategies that they've saved for this match. This is some of their most powerful combinations that they have. They're all cheering. Everyone's like going crazy in the other room.
I love it. And again, I don't know if unfortunately you guys can hear that or not, but yeah, Stay Green, they are going crazy. That was the reason for Limp saying tryhards there. You know, kind of having some fun with them.
Oh my. You know what else we forgot to touch on too? We talked about the storyline between these two teams, and then the brotherly competition. We've talked about it before, of course, but you know, Limp versus Chessie here.
Of course.
Bigger brother versus younger brother. Chessie is the elder.
Yes, he is.
So Limp going to attempt to dethrone his brother that's currently sitting on the #1 seed going into this event.
Yeah, he's definitely, obviously, it's him and then the Friedman brothers are the two of the star brother combinations when it comes to competitive heroes in Neworth. You also got the Fabunko Fabelli, of course, from the formerly known Team Excellent, that's right. Anyways, but yeah, that matchup there, the Chessie versus Limp, not only these two teams have a history against one another, but obviously they too have that brotherly competitive spirit against one another. And we definitely have seen it many, many times before. We do see right here, Stay Green, look at the pain train coming, man. All 5 up here to the top lane. I don't think they're going to find anyone, though. Ex-Trademark being careful about the situation, and they are going to make sure not to be spotted out here. But you talked about the electric eye. Just to go a little bit further on that. I mean, it has so many utilities, from the obvious of being able to just scout things out as far as putting the water side down and blocking camps like he's going to do right here with that electric eye, but also to keep in mind, it's a physical silence. So even with shrunken heads, especially against something like a Tempest, if he gets it down beforehand.
And they are facing a Tempest this game. So, yeah, if they have that electric eye on the ground, Tempest jumps in with the Elemental Void. He can pop that, and Tempest can do nothing.
Skeleton Kings and that will be very useful against my nuts if he gets when he gets that shrunken, I should say. So
yeah, what a really cool game. Look at Fitzky. He's already on top of things, trying to scout things out. And, you know, thanks to the Illusory Veil, he can actually have an easier time detecting these electric eyes, given the fact that it does provide vision for you.
Look at this, man. Look at how rude Stay Green is here. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. They respect my nuts when it comes to his Tempest play. He is literally going to have 1 camp, the yellow camp. Every single other camp was blocked by electric eyes and water sights. That is brutal, man. My nuts has to be pretty pissed off about that situation, but obviously
it's hard for him to reach that electric eye, too, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to need to get a flying courier on over here.
I don't think
which
he can get
is
to
a ground courier. May need Empath support here with that Illusory Veil. I mean, I think Empath was pretty keen to the fact that they were doing it, but it's going to provide an early jungle advantage to Ophelia, and, well, the effects of which might be resounding.
Yeah, that's I can't even imagine how frustrating that's got to be, where he's literally just going to farm yellow camps for the first couple of minutes here. And, you know, my nuts, we mentioned yesterday in the Complexity series, he actually, 4 to the 5 games, he played Tempest. I mean,
Flying courier.
Did they get the flying courier? Okay, so he did upgrade it. He should be able to kill it now. Oh, really?
No. Really?
Oh, man.
No, you got to move the courier. Move the courier. You got to move the courier.
Just go like this, right click. There you go. There you go. Okay. He has to see it. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way.
If you couldn't see it, I just would
That's pretty silly.
I'd be like, okay, so now we're seeing, look at that wall. Look at that harass coming off the wall. People forget that it does 50 damage a second. Get a really, really good block off of level 1. Not only is it blocking him off, letting you lay in more auto attacks, it's 150 bonus damage.
Yeah. Obviously, Scott doesn't have that Vanish just yet, so until he gets that, as far as him leeching experience, it is going to be pretty difficult. But once he gets that level 2 mark, I safely assume that, you know, getting that experience, obviously a little bit easier of a time. But I definitely, as I'm sure everyone else, is excited to see the Scout, not only for Scout pick, but how about this? He's also using the Ultimate Avatar. This skin is badass, man. It of course, upgrades depending on the items that he gets, and when I first saw it, I was definitely excited for that. So
yeah, I think doesn't he get like this rocket launcher?
If he gets a Codex, yeah, it's like a cannon on his shoulder. So I better see Casey going the Codex route
here. Casey, if you can hear me, go Codex.
He like responds in chat. We're like, that's a problem actually.
Yeah, hopefully not.
All right, so what do we got going up here? Those are just illusions, I guess. So
yeah, but the thing is, Scout is actually very effective in harassing junglers as well. He can use that Vanish, go in, steal the farm of the jungler, and lay in harass. Sometimes even getting a kill.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Okay, so we're so focused on what's going on with Scout. How about this Polywog? Polywog being played by Noob G. Again, another hero we just haven't seen in ages.
Going against a very difficult Pebbles of Luna matchup, especially against a little fragile, slow Polywog Priest. Doing a great job even to hit level 3 here. He's going to have to play it incredibly safe from here on out. Pebbles is going to be getting his boots in just a second. And at that point, Polywog, well, let's see. Did he actually opt to get his bottle, or is he opting? No, he went. That's exactly the point I was awesome. He went for the boots because he knows that Pebbles is going to be getting his boots and does not want to be you know, swiftly owned when he gets it, plus the fact that they're providing excellent room control with the dual lane mid.
Yeah.
Just opts to, you know, get his core movement item first.
So as far as everything breaking down right here, you do see level 2 scout. So again, he's using that Vanish to kind of, well, scout things out and obviously leads the experience on top of that. The bottom lane, haven't really touched this on this just yet, but Deadwood versus Bubbles. Currently, both of them are level 4. We do have Deadwood 22 and 11, Bubbles 13 and 1. So Swindlemelons, again, a go-to hero of his. It seems like he's doing a pretty good job when it comes down to his. Look at that electric eye, man. That has got to be so annoying.
I'm sure they've researched like the most annoying spots to place it.
Of course.
It's one of the first times Trademark has actually had to deal with it in a match. And okay, he actually replaced the electric eye on bottom. He's not going to kill it before the 4-minute mark, and just
oh jeez,
how annoying.
Well, minus would usually be around 300 gold per minute right now, and he's at 179.
Yeah, and just you know, it slows down the pushing of the top lane. It slows down. Oh my, Oh, Scout's actually in a little bit of trouble right here. Wall going to be used. Obviously, you do see the life leech coming out, but in the end, Scout's going to be
they actually are going to see him right here. He's ran out of mana. Scout's in a lot of trouble. Keizu, can he get the support in time? It looks like he can. Stalagmite's coming out, and here's that turnaround for Stay Green. Polywalk Priest going for the electric jolt. Down goes Polywalk Priest, though. Stay Green will get the bloodlust kill as Z-Freak on a Luna actually going to get credit for that. You do see Pebbles being played by Slicks, of course. Oh, he takes a Glacial Blast there. I don't think it's going to be too much of a trouble, though.
It's level 1. If
yeah,
anything,
he's going to be fine.
Farm a bit. Not that it matters. The jungle is sort of worded up right now. Great support coming out there from Pebbles and Luna. Great staggering of the Stalagmites, of the Chuck, just maximizing the auto attack damage in between the two heroes. And, what a close encounter across the board.
Yeah. How about Zai as well? You know, again, playing the Master of Arms here. You got Limp on Bubbles and Noob G on the Polywalk. I mean, we got the chance to kind of hear from Zai there about why he was playing carry in a couple of those games last game. And I guess it came down to, I mean, he doesn't feel as comfortable about his Bubbles play for whatever reason as of late, I guess. So he has kind of stepped up as more of a, every now and then he's going to be playing that carry role, and definitely doing so here. Of course, playing the Master of Arms at that top lane. His farm is very good, by the way. In fact, it is the best in the game right now, as he is farming about 340 gold per minute. So good news for ex-tdM there.
Yeah, Zai unfortunately hitting level 6 a little bit too late. Had he had that level 6, it would have been a completely different scenario there as well with that bloodlust skill.
You see the tower is going to be a little bit pushed up, though. The goo is put down. He's taking some tower damage. But Scott just kind of sitting here. He'll gladly leech all of this experience as much as possible. Again, he has the 1-1-1 build currently, so of course one advantage, one disarm. Probably going to keep that electric guy at level 1, at least for now. I would assume. We'll see what he levels up at 4, actually.
There's no way. He's got a level up advantage, I'm pretty sure. No, he's got a level up advantage.
Not doing anything just yet. So anyways, more of a tower push coming in right here from ex-tdM. He does level up the eye.
Okay.
More of a silence.
I don't think he's not going to go all the way with it, though. If he has it, he's just doing that to get more eyes.
Oh, Invincible Pebbles coming in. His eyes in a lot of trouble. There we go. He does have Seamoose, though. Will it be enough in the end? No, it will not. That Chuck going to be used. Down he goes. But at what cost right here? Nice wall off from Fitskate coming out. Big Ophelia's touch, though, in the meantime. Coming out for a Stay Green. Scouts on the run. Has vanished in 6 seconds. Will it be in time? Pebbles not chasing. We'll get the kill to Fitskate right there. Scout still chasing. One more second to vanish, and there's the vanish. Scout should be fine for now. Doing a little bit. Oh, nice guess right there by Limp with the shell surf. And he does take out Scout. Very good presence of mind coming out from Bubbles.
Yeah, huge. So yeah, he's opting to level up the electric eye, as you mentioned. That was crazy fight, by the way. He is opting to level up the electric eye. I would still be very hesitant to believe he's going to go beyond level 2 of it.
Yeah, it does give him a third eye. I mean, I think
the fourth eye. Oh no,
3 eyes
up
total.
to 3 eyes total.
4 seconds.
Up to 4 seconds silence. Okay. Okay, so the third eye, that is a big deal.
I assume it's for the more eyes,
Right, exactly. You can be blocking a couple neutral camps while using it for utility and ganks and fights as well. So I can understand that a bit here, and the vanish enough to allow him to get experience in lane. We'll see right here what he does. I'm not the expert Suicide Scout player, who is at this point. Keizu pretty much the defining player of the hero right now. So.
That was big there at the top lane, though. Zai, we just mentioned having a great start to this game, having a beautiful farm just like that, dying, getting bloodlusted, and all of a sudden a 3-1 hero kill advantage for Stay Green. Looking at about a 2,400 goalie, 3,400 experience lead. Ooh, forked lightning right there. There's a charge shot. Slick's going to take some damage. Nice wall up once again. The Slick coming out. The Slackman going to be his Woogiston. Nice Illusion, but the bubble shelter barely connects. That was maximum distance. Off at the Master's call on himself going to be used. There's the fork lightning. Z-Freak on the run. No deja vu, though. She does have boost, but it won't matter. Smackdown kill coming out, and a double tap for Limp right there. So excellent coordination coming out from ex-tdM, and we are now tied at 3 hero kills apiece.
Yeah, 3 hero kills apiece, but Stay Green up 1,300 gold, 2,500 experience. A lot of that ground being made up because of Ophelia having the easier time in the jungle. Mayant's getting shut down a bit. And outside of that, I don't know, man. The Suicide Scout getting a little bit more experience. Once he hits level 6, he's going to provide a much greater presence in these fights as well. That marksman shot, great tool for pickoffs, especially with that Pebbles.
It is, and you see him right here. He's actually going to find Tempest in the jungle. Going to run right on by him, though. Perhaps just getting position to place an electric eye. He still hasn't leveled up unless he wins stats. I mean, I don't think he wins stats, did he?
Well, Vanish is actually cheaper at lower levels, right? It like less mana drain per second, too?
Yes, it is. A 2 mana per second drain, so
yeah.
Maybe that's the reason to pass that up, too. But
yeah, maybe he wants it, but he doesn't need it just yet, so he's
true. Very true. Yeah, that's very possible, actually. Bottom lane, we do see a push coming out here for Ophelia and Deadwood. Mentioned Ophelia, her time at least easier than Tempest, so it's definitely showing for Chessie. It's also going to be a free tower kill. Nothing going to happen in terms of resistance coming out here for the Helper team. How about Limp, though? Playing the Suicide Bubbles. He's helping out on top, however, and he has now 3 hero kills so far in this game. So 9.5 minutes in, he is off to a solid start himself, despite being in that Suicide role. You see him already with the Steam Boots and the Grave Locket. Might need some help, though, as Deadwood and Ophelia still pushing, actually. The Minotaur is very low, though. Need to be careful. Oh, never mind. There's the Ophelia's touch, and just like that, it is at full life. And I think they make it a second tower killer, actually.
Yeah, speaking of Deadwood, pretty much already at 400 gold per minute before the tower is dropping to spike up even further and get really, really close to an early portal key here.
Yeah. Wow, so they do get the top tower killed. However, that was the first tower, obviously. So ex-tdM trying to make a little bit of a best of that situation, but no doubt Stay Green having the better 3,000 gold lead and about a 2,500 experience lead. You mentioned Deadwood, though, 422 gold per minute. That portal key is very, very close for him now. And he's also going to steal some double stack Ancients right here in the meantime that ex-tdM had stacked, I believe. So, or maybe they did themselves. But anyways, they're stealing them.
Take a look at Polywog Priester, man. Has his Ring of Sorcery, going to be great for spamming back pushes. On top of the fact that he made it over that early game hump. He's level 7 now. He only took 1 death, 220 gold per minute. Yeah. And with that Ring of Sorcery, he should be able to get his farm up. So, at this point, you know, the hardest part is through. Yeah. He survived the dual lane with, you know, minimal feeding. The only time he died is when he tried to get involved and actually take out the scout. The excellent response coming out from Pebbles and Aluna. And, you know, from here on out, I'm going to be really keeping an eye on what he brings to the table.
Yeah, going that Ring of Sorcery build, definitely curious to see how Noob G progresses here when it comes to his item build. More Ancients being done. Pebbles actually getting a good amount right here. Deadwood does have his portal key already. Pebbles another 1,800 gold. So Pebbles and Deadwood are both going to have a portal key very shortly. We are only just passing the 11-minute mark here, Emperor. That is dangerous, dangerous stuff if you're ex-tdM. I mean, look at the whole team, too. It's all squishies, man.
And what else? Scout just picked up his Ghost Marcher's 400 extra gold now after the teleport being bought up. Picking up some stats here. Going to be going the Energizer to supplement his Ghost Marchers. Nice. Knowing that, you know, even without heavy DPS item, with that Disarm, with the Energizer, with the Ghost Marchers, he still hits pretty damn hard.
Mm-hmm. He most certainly will, so definitely looking forward to that as far as when it comes to Casey and his farm. Yeah, again, you see his change in his he got a pulse cannon on his left arm. I think that's because of the Ghost Marchers as well as the boost that he has, of course. In fact, he's running up here to the top lane. Master of Arms also has an Energizer himself, by the way, with the Steam Boots picked up. You see Scott, I don't think is going to necessarily look to do anything too crazy here, but again, just kind of leeching experience and getting some more farm as much as possible. Pebbles does have enough gold now for that portal key. Just past the mark, the 2150. Slick's playing the Pebbles, probably going to have that delivered shortly. And again, that means we'll have 2 portal keys, both Deadwood and Pebbles. Grouping up in the middle lane in the meantime from X. Trademark. There we go. Bubbles going inside the sea. On top of the kill field. Swinnermel's getting back in time. There's the Polywog Wards coming out. There's the locked up tongue tied. But the silence from Scout. Will it be enough for the save? No, it will not. Deadwood would have fall. The Minotaur stun's coming in. Tempest running in the background. He was silenced for a second. He's going to be firing now. Marksman shot. Going to slow him down. Not get the kill just yet. But Aluna's going to cut him off. Here come the triple Minotaur army. The nuke from Ophelia. And down goes Tempest. Z-Freak getting credit for the kill. Meanwhile, the tower is falling, though. Noob G using those wards to do more damage, but in the end, the tower will stay alive out of deny range. And after all said and done, oh, it's actually going to be an initiation out of Bubbles right there. Make it a 3-for-1. About to say 2-for-1, but kill at the end makes it a 3-for-1.
We're only 12 minutes in, or 13 minutes in at this point right here. Yeah. 6K gold advantage already, 5K experience. This is with the Suicide Scout breaky. If I told you, oh hey, by the way, at the end of HoN Tour in the Season 1 Grand Finals, we're going to see the Scout first picked in the game, and it's going to absolutely dominate. What would you have said?
You're an idiot.
You're like, you're off the team.
Yeah.
See ya.
Man, I do remember seeing Scout as when we first started Hunter. I know TT Esports back in the day. Speaking of Slicks, actually.
People weren't sure how to draft. They were putting like things like Scout into the log pool. They weren't quite sure how to approach it, but yeah, Scout was having some success.
The Suicide Scout, though, completely different, we do see Stay Green as a team, though, progressing right here. There's that jumping from Tewan and Pebbles. Meanwhile, deep in the massive call coming in. Polywog Priest will steal that for now. Electric Jolt not going to be enough. Down goes Polywog. Tempest does have an ultimate. No, he does not, actually. He's just trying to stay alive in the meantime. Master of Arms barely getting away with the Energizer. Down goes Pebbles, actually, but Tempest will also fall. So right now it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Stay Green. Big Kelpho coming out, but nothing is going to happen as a result of it. Limp just more so harassing them right there. The Shell Surf on top of that. But Stay Green will fall back, and in the end, the rest of them will be fine. Stay Green just keeping up the momentum in this game.
Yeah, and you saw Scout there actually opt to level up his Electric Eye 4 points, leaving his Vanish at level 2. That Silence obviously being a huge utility tool in the team fights, and thinking he provides enough with that marksman shot and the occasional, pop out with the auto attack out of his level 2 Vanish. From here on out, I'd expect to see Vanish max. I know it does cost more mana per second, so just choosing to be a little bit more efficient with his approach.
You do see Scout right there, running right past you. Just finished that Energizer. I kind of wonder, too, if that, in a sense, that almost helps out Luna a little bit when it comes to her farm, not needing to spend as much money on wards because they have these electric guys to scout in certain areas. Obviously, it's not as much vision, but still, it can accomplish a similar idea, especially for blocking camps and whatnot. Pebbles in the meantime jumps in. Polywog Priest going to be fine, though. The red power throw did not connect, and that's going to be the difference maker right there. Pebbles will end up falling, so the red power throw from Z-Freak, unfortunately, just a little off. And Polywog survives and obviously sets up the turnaround right there. So a little bit of a mistake coming out from Slicks and, well, more so Z-Freak, I guess. Slicks trusting in his team. It didn't pay off in the end, though. Downward jumping in, however. Deep in the massive call. Is the wall coming up from Fitskate. Going to go off. Nice job taking on Tempest, though, with the Rotten Grasp. Down goes Fitskate as well. And we have Bubbles and Polywog Priest just going to walk away, man. So.
Oh, my God. Not only do they have Pebbles and Deadwood followed up with the – you were right talking about a free Codex. Is that a Luna Red power throw? They also have the Marksman shot following up that burst damage when they're initiating there.
True.
That is
the ridiculous. Courier. The Courier.
Can they get it?
No, it's going to be fine.
That is such insane – no one's surviving that. No one is surviving that.
Look at Scout. Scout wants this, man.
He's hungry, dude. He's
Scout
going
wants
deep.
his Courier.
They know, though.
Nah. TDM. Ex-tdM just too smart. All right, so, but again, we're now up to 16-minute mark. How about this? 10-6 Hero King game. This has been an action-packed game number 1 here. Some crazy picks on both sides, and it is turning out to be a lot of fun, of course. So, again, this is a best out of 5 here in the championship match here at the HoN Tour Grand Finals live from Las Vegas, Nevada for the Hardwood, in the Hardwood Suite, I should say. ex-tdM versus Stay Green. Right now, Stay Green having the advantage, having the momentum. We'll see if it keeps up, though. As a team, Trademark Esports kind of moving over here. Try to maybe catch somebody on Stay Green behind, but that doesn't happen too often, so it'll be fine.
You're looking at the junglers again. Ophelia, level 11, 308 gold per minute. Minus only being able to pull 240, his team being down. And there goes the jump on the
jeez. The marksman shot and the red power throw were being channeled right there, and Pebble's like, don't worry, I got this. Yeah, very quick kill, right? Yeah, with the marksman shot. I love it as well. Tempest running. It does have an ultimate ready to use. Kelpho going to be coming out right there. The triple Minotaur, double Minotaur, so I should say. We do see the David's about to call. Down goes Tempest. The marksman shot doing a lot of damage right there. And now the chase is on. Master of Arms going to fall. We may be seeing a very quick game here, ladies and gentlemen. If this really does keep up, Stay Green just looking awesome right now. Oh, the poor man's portal key going to be used. And Bubbles trying to get away. The Vulture can see the GG well played. Game number 1 is going to go to Stay Green, ladies and gentlemen, in the matter of 17 freaking minutes. Are you kidding me?
Holy cow.
Wow.
I cannot